Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Marquita from At Home with Quita. Thank you so much for stopping by today to catch another video. So today I think is going to be a really good informative video. So hopefully you are totally here for it. I'm going to be sharing with you how to create a routine that actually works. So if you're sick and tired of spinning your wheels and wasting time, this video is for you. I'm going to show you an easy method that you can use to create a routine and stick to it week after week. But first, if you're new here, stick around, consider subscribing. I also hope that you'll give me a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. And so let's jump on into how to create a routine. If that is something that you struggled with and you really need this video, you want to see these methods, then make sure to keep watching. I believe that having a daily routine is essential for a productive and purposeful week, because otherwise it's way too easy to drift through the day, and before you know it, you are drifting through life. One day turns into an entire week of wasting time, and that is how I had felt prior to creating a routine. And just remember that it is really important to constantly make adjustments to ensure your daily routine continues to work for you as your life changes. I think a lot of people give up on the idea of a routine and they get really frustrated when theirs doesn't work. But actually, that's kind of a good sign. That means it's time to make some changes. Routine should do a few things. It should help you accomplish your tasks. It should make you feel good about your day, and it should give you time for yourself. There needs to be joy in your daily routine, or you're going to risk facing burnout, and we don't want that. And also, while each individual's routine might have slight differences, the setup is actually really easy. So if you have never quite gotten the hang of how to create a routine for yourself, or you have a routine that's not working for you and you need to figure some things out, this video is for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take you through this 5-step process. It's super easy, super simple. If you want to create a routine from scratch, that's what we're going to do. If you want to tweak your routine, you can do that as well. I'm hoping this video gives you some inspiration and really gets you motivated to get into the routine of things. So the first step that you're going to want to do when developing that routine is set aside time to plan it out. So take some time out, maybe 30 to 60 minutes, to evaluate your life and create a daily plan that's going to work for you. So grab your favorite notebook, maybe a glass of wine, and go somewhere where you'll have as few distractions as possible, wherever that may be for you. And what we're trying to do here is really get the sense of our day, what we're doing, and come up with a game plan. Step 2 is to take some time for reflection. So spend a few minutes thinking about what you want your day to look like. Also try to identify why your current routine, or if you don't have a routine, why that isn't working. Some questions to ask yourself are: what's working well in my current daily routine? What are my biggest time management frustrations? How will my life improve if I use my time better? And what do I wish I had time to do? So as we know, time is very valuable and you can't get it back. So it's important to use it wisely. So take some time to think back on the past few days or weeks and jot down some things that you were up to. Maybe find out how you spent your time on things that mattered most to you. What were some distractions that wasted some of your time? And when did you feel like you were in the most hectic situations, and why? So really take this time to really reflect on how things have been going so far and things that you want to make sure that you make improvements on, so that your routine that you're going to create is going to work more efficiently for you if it hasn't in the past, or it's going to work for you if this is a new routine that you are now creating. So this is an important part of the process because you're really thinking very deeply, and this is really going to be a long-term plan. So we want to make sure we take this time seriously. Don't do it half-heartedly. Really sit down and reflect and think about everything. So next up, we are going to go ahead and create our to-do list. This is a really important part of the process as well. because you're going to go ahead and sit down and brainstorm all of the commitments and responsibilities you have in your life right now. So try to think of everything that takes your time and energy each week. So your list is going to range from work to kids' activities to social events to chores. Get details and try to think of all the things that require your time. So what I do to try to trigger my thoughts is I come up with a list of all of the routines that I would like to create. So for me, those are faith, my morning routine, afternoon and evening routine, cleaning, self-care, work, Sunday, and school and education. You could also throw hobbies and side projects in there as well, and family is another idea of an area that you could create a routine for. Those are just what works for me. And so you have to come up with what works for you. And so all I'm doing at this point is I'm writing down all of my weekly tasks. And I'm not talking little tasks, only the tasks that involve effort or a devotion of time. These are tasks you don't necessarily enjoy doing, but are necessary to complete, of course. Work will be classified as one task. Bible study would be another task. Extracurricular activities, that's a task. So write down all of those things that you have to put effort into. I also like to write down some things that I would like to do. So I may not be able to do these all the time, but they can be as small as drinking a cup of coffee in the morning to spending 30 minutes watching your favorite TV show. You're going to create those types of tasks as well. And those are considered more of fun tasks. And these tasks are going to help you to break up your day and make it more enjoyable. And of course, you want to pick tasks that are also geared towards self-care. Self-care is more than just a beauty routine. It's taking care of your physical and mental well-being. So you want to throw that in the list as well. And so again, I just take this time to write every single thing out. Those fun things, those not so fun things, every single thing that I want to accomplish within a day is going to be written down here. And then I'll show you guys next what we're going to do with the list to make sure that we assign them days of the week, and we're making sure that we're completing these tasks that we're writing down. So now we get to the part in the process where you're going to schedule those tasks. So start adding all of your responsibilities and commitments to the calendar. So some things are going to have set times like school and work, but the majority of your tasks are going to be flexible. So this is where the magic of daily routine happens. So here's how it's going to work. You're going to add your commitments that have specific times of day. Of course, you want to block out your time for sleep. So you have to determine your bedtime routine. So when it comes to developing a routine, I recommend this method. So I pull out a sheet of paper that has some slots, some different zones where I can separate some things out. And then I start developing different routines. I start writing them all in, and I pull them from that to-do list that I created earlier. So I write in morning, afternoon, evening, school. I also write in work, cleaning, and Sunday routine. I write all of that in the header part of these inserts. And then within that section, I'll go ahead and write in all of those tasks that belong to that routine. This is a method that works well for me because I am a person that likes to see things in section. I like to be able to sort things out. That's just the way my brain works. And then from there, I'll take that list and cross-reference it with my actual planner, my daily schedule, my weekly schedule, and I'll start writing in some of those things. I don't write everything in because, again, some stuff, like I mentioned earlier, is flexible. It doesn't have a time assigned to it. It's just something that you want to do during the day. So I'll pull out those things that do have a time assigned to them, and I'll write them in my schedule. And then also some items don't necessarily have a time, but they do need to be done on a specific day. So this is where I will take that time and write those things in. But most items are going to stay on those inserts in that particular section. And what I'll do is throughout the day, I will keep referencing that routine so that way I could see what needs to be done at what time of day. Sometimes I do like to write in the time off to the side. So I'll write in what time of day I want to do that specific routine. Then, as you see, I have a morning, afternoon, and evening routine. Within those sections, you'll see things that you'll see in other sections, like the school section or the cleaning section or the faith section. I have those assigned to that specific time of day, but in terms of seeing specifically what I need to do, I'm going to reference that section within these inserts. And so sometimes on the morning, afternoon, and evening, I just am very vague, and then for more details, I'll look at those other sections. So I write it all out here because, again, that's just what works best for me, and then I'll pull out those things that need to be assigned to a specific day and put it on that day. And then you want to assign time slots for all of your daily tasks, followed by your weekly tasks. And also, it may be a great idea to alternate your daily tasks between the fun stuff. Remember, we talked about stuff that's not so fun, stuff that's fun. You want to make sure that you're breaking up your day based on when you're best at certain tasks. And this really does get you thinking, and it can take some time to finalize it. So make room in your schedule for everything, but you'll feel great once you're done, trust me. And so maybe start your day off with a fun task, maybe for a few minutes. And this is going to allow you to wake up, get organized, and get your brain moving. Additionally, starting your day off right with a fun, relaxing task can help direct the day in a positive direction. So determine when you want to wake up and when you want to shut down for the night. Setting a wake time is a bit easier than setting a bedtime, especially if you're like me, because I am definitely a late owl. And I also get sudden bursts of productivities late in the evening for some reason. So there are many nights that I'll look at the clock and I realize it's after midnight or later, and I'm still wide awake. Sometimes I go with it and I deal with it and I'm tired the next morning. But of course, I don't recommend doing this too often. Try to pick a time close to your natural wake-up time. For me, that's about 7 to 8. And so that means that you can start your day without the alarm. And for bedtime, I try to go with around 11 p.m. But like I mentioned previously, that doesn't always happen. However, it is a great time for me to shut everything down and start relaxing for the night. So be sure to take some time and sit down and schedule it all in the proper place that's going to work best for you. And try to think of when you're most productive, when you're not as productive. Schedule in those fun tasks so that way you're breaking up your day. You're having a little fun. Your day should include a little bit of fun as well. So enjoy this process and really think deeply about what is going to work best for you. You want to be realistic. You want it to stick. You want it to work. You want this to be a long-term plan. All right, so you've taken time to sit down and plan it all out. You've reflected on what you want your day to look like. You've written in all of your to-do list items. You even have a little list of routines that you would like to create. And you have planned it all out on your daily schedule. So what's next? Well, all of this is no good if you don't use it. So find time to consult your calendar regularly so that you can stay on track. And if you've created this sort of method that I have in terms of breaking things down, reference that on a daily basis until it becomes habit. We want to make it routine. That's why we're doing all of this. Having everything plotted on the calendar is going to give you peace of mind, knowing that you have set aside time for everything that you need to do. And scheduling every minute of your week like this may seem a little bit much, but I've found that the structure creates freedom. It gives you peace of mind knowing that you have time for everything, and it gives you the freedom to use your downtime to truly relax without feeling guilty for not working on something more productive. So having a well thought out routine in place makes a huge difference, especially when life gets crazy, just like my life. I know your life probably gets crazy as well. So if your month is off to a less than productive start, it's never too late to turn things around. Creating a schedule you can follow week after week is the first step to a more productive, less stressful week. So create a daily routine and make time for it. So that is it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You got a little inspiration and you found a switch up that you needed. So this video was right on time for you. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by my channel today to catch this video. Hopefully you'll consider subscribing. You will give me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoyed it, and you'll come back and catch another video, in which case I'll see you then.